Hi, how's it going? I'm Billy. I'm a representative from Brunel Student Justice. We are living in times of crisis, not just due to the pandemic, but on a much broader scale. We can see this in the crisis. We can see this crisis in the state of the political leadership of the ruling classes. Boris Johnson, Trump, Bolsonaro, and Biden. These idiots are the best leaders the capitalist class can put forward. We can see this crisis in the economy too. An economy that slowly lurches from slump to slump. This generation of youth has only ever seen a slow and meager economy. First, the 28 recession, then the Eurozone crisis. Then we had a period of recovery, or so it was called. It certainly didn't feel like one. Never did we see an end to the wave of austerity that was only meant to be a measure to help us out of the initial crisis. All the attempts made to bring us out of the last crisis simply served to build up the next one. The pandemic was not the cause of our current crisis. It was merely the straw that broke the camel's back. In this period of sustained decay, the ruling class see it as an economic necessity to cut back on any reforms it was previously able to hand out in times of plenty. By cutting all of our living standards, they hope to breathe back life into a dying system. This is the reason why higher education is no longer free as it once was. This is why universities are no longer being properly funded by the government, and we are having to pay £9,000 for what should be free. The ruling class has launched its attack by trying to charge us for rooms that we are not able to occupy, and £9,000 for courses that are of absolutely abysmal standard. But we are fighting back. As individuals, we have no chance against the status quo, but together we are able to fight back. This is why it's so incredible that we have seen a wave of over 50 university rent strikes across the country. This is a movement I'm incredibly proud to be a part of with Brunel Student Justice. We have shown that we will not be treated as cash cows to be milked dry. We have fangs and we will strike back. As individual strikes, we have already won some concessions, but we could be so much more powerful with a united front. Imagine over 50 rent strikes acting in unison with each other. And we should be looking for united front, not just across the student body, but with workers too. That's a real force to be reckoned with, and one I certainly wouldn't want to have to deal with if I were management. With that kind of power, we are in a position to fight them not just on rent, but on tuition fees and how universities are run as a whole. With so many strikes across the country, we find ourselves in a unique position, a historically unique position of being able to fight back against the marketisation of education, and we should do everything in our power to do so. Concessions have been made, but we can win more. They have given us scraps, but we should be aiming to take the full meal. Universities are a profit-based institution, and next year they will be doing everything in their power to make back any losses they have made as a result of the concessions they've given us this year. This is why we should be more ambitious with our strikes, something which the strength of our movement allows us to do. Instead of allowing management to attack us time and time again and making us always play defense, we should instead be asking for student and workers' control of our universities. Only once we have achieved this can we lay to rest our continuous fight against management. And we should be looking for proper funding for the higher education sector. Only then can we lay to rest our fight against the government and the economic system that has brought us into this crisis. This is going to be a tough and bitter fight, but this is a fight I'm convinced we will win. We are many and they are few. Victory to the students.